Hi there. Hey, welcome everybody. Come on in. Welcome. I'm Vanessa Levin and I help teachers just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, childcare, and more. I help teachers like you teach better, save time, and live more. And when I'm not here on Facebook Live every Monday and Wednesday at 8 Eastern, you can find me over on my blog at pre-kpages.com. So come on in, get comfy, and let me know in the comments below where in the world you are watching from tonight. And I'm super excited because this topic of listening centers is something I'm passionate about because I can't stand traditional listening centers. So I wanted to share this idea with you because a lot of us here in the States are getting ready to end the school year, or maybe you already have, and we're looking for ways to make things, change things up next year, make it better, make it work better for us. And I think some of these ideas can really help you. And this topic was also requested by my friend from the teaching tribe, Jen. We talked about it in Tampa at our meetup, and she was asking for help with listening center. So Jen, this one's for you if you're watching. Hey, Jennifer from Connecticut is here. Welcome, Cindy, Lori, Wanda. Oh my goodness. So many of my friends are here tonight. Brandy in Tennessee, Tammy, Jennifer from the Teaching Tribe. Awesome. Wow. So many Teaching Tribe members are here tonight. All right. Oh, wonderful. Hey, Jennifer is here. Jen is here. She's the one I was just talking about. Fabulous. Okay. So I have two ways. I'm going to go ahead and get started because the do-it-yourself method, the free method, is a little bit more intense, and there's a shortcut. So there's two ways to do it to make your listening center effortless. There's the do-it-yourself way, and then there's the shortcut. So there's two ways to do it. I'm going to go over both of those ways. The shortcut is the equivalent of the dollar store, although you don't buy these at the dollar store, but it's the equivalent price. So there's two ways to do it. So here's my beef with listening centers, okay? I don't know about you, but in my classroom in the past, listening centers have been a huge headache because we think they're awesome because they're something that the kids can do, and they get extra literacy and listening and comprehension, and it's just a traditional center that we've had in our classrooms. They're great for storytelling and all that great stuff. But the traditional ones where there's a box, whether that be a CD player or cassette tape or whatever, with all these cords coming out of it, and you've got all these different headphones, and I call it the giant octopus, and everything just gets tangled up. And usually there's one child sitting there, maybe, if you're lucky, listening to a book and calling out every 2 seconds, "It's broken, I can't fix it." It drives me crazy. I remember when I was student teaching, my teacher that I worked with had a large horseshoe table, and there were 6 chairs at it, and she had about, I don't know, 5 different sets of books with a cassette tape. Right, there we go. And she had 5 sets of 6 books, and so all year long the kids had to choose from those 5 sets. So they were like bored with those 5 books by like October, and then every day after school, one of my jobs as a student teacher was to untangle the headphones. So I started out my career not liking the listening center, okay? And then in my own classroom it didn't get much better. But several years ago, quite a while ago, my team received a grant. We wrote and received a grant to get iPods as a listening center, which was great back then. Now we know iPods don't really exist anymore. There's even easier ways. It's amazing to watch the evolution of the listening center from the time I started teaching until today, and today it is so easy. Okay, so I'm going to go into, that's the backstory for you on why I can't stand listening centers. Tammy says, I think you were hiding in my classroom. It's always like that. When I was on the local board of our AEYC, we would meet at different preschools, like private preschools in the area for our board meetings. And there was one, because a lot of our board members were directors. And our director, if she's watching, hi Linda, we always met in her office. And sitting on top of one of the bookcases in her office was one of those giant junction boxes with 6 sets of headphones, and it was just all in this big tangled mess. And it had been there. I was on the board for 4 years, and every time we met at her office, like every other month, it was always there. And one day I said, Linda, why is this always here? And she said, nobody wants it. It's a monstrosity. It was so funny. And she's like, I don't know what to do with it. Okay, so anyway, here is, which should I start with, the shortcut or the DIY? Let me know in the comments, and I'll start with either one, whatever you decide. Let me know in the comments how you would like me to start. Vote for it. You want the DIY, do it yourself, or you want the shortcut, the easy way? Costs about $1. Hey, Bobby from Oklahoma is here. Shortcut, says Jen. All right, Jen, since you're the one who asked for this broadcast, I'm going to start with the shortcut. All right. I know that wasn't an equal vote, but she is the one who asked for this broadcast. So shortcut, shortcut. Okay, I'm going to start with shortcut and then get to the DIY. Okay, so the shortcut, let me make sure I have all of my notes here in case I get lost. It's so easy to do, okay? Super easy to set up. Now, both of these ways, the shortcut and the DIY, both require devices because that's the age that we live in now. But they are, the Listening Center has really come a long way. Okay, so the first one is Audible. I don't know if you've ever heard of Audible before. Many of you probably have, and some of you may have not. Let's see if I can get that to show up. Okay, Audible. Audible is an online thing, an online place. It's part of the Amazon suite of things that Amazon owns. And so the way I've done it tonight, and you can do it on an iPhone, an iPad, a computer, a Kindle, and a lot of people always ask me about Kindles because they're inexpensive compared to iPads. So what you do, the first thing you want to do is download the free Audible app onto your device, whatever device that is, and it will ask you to log in. And your login will be the same as your Amazon account because Audible is owned by Amazon. So you log into your app. It's a free app, free Audible app in the App Store. Download it to your device. And I did look in their help section because I'm not an Android person, and they did have help for Android. So I believe, but I know you don't have Wi-Fi. Hear me out, because there's a way to do this. Download the Audible app at home if you don't have Wi-Fi or somewhere where you do have Wi-Fi. Then on your desktop computer, and I found this out the hard way, you can't order books through Audible. Audible is just the playing device, just like Kindle. The Kindle app is a playing device. So you order the books through Amazon. So you know how when you type in like The Very Hungry Caterpillar or Corduroy or whatever book it is, it gives you options like soft cover, hardcover, whatever. Audible will be one of those if it's available on Audible, okay? So you can buy your books that way a la carte. You don't have to have a subscription to Audible to use Audible or to get the books. And here's the good thing. So here's the 3 books I downloaded to, whoop, it went away. Hold on. The 3 books that I downloaded to my device tonight were 99 cents each, which I think is a pretty good deal. And then there was tax. So they were like $1.07 for me. So they were 99 cents each. So if you wanted to start with just one book, you could do that. So that's a 99-cent investment. And of course you need the book. Now some of these are enhanced. They cost a little bit more, but they actually play the book for you. They're called, I forget what they're called, but they're enhanced. So like for instance, The Napping House, I'm gonna click on it here.
Where everyone is sleeping.
Now I can't play, but just a little bit of that because that's copyrighted material. But so if you have the book, right? You have a book maybe in a dish tub or a dish strainer, whatever those dish drainers. Yeah, so you can put your iPad in there and you can put your book in there, and then they can grab the device and they can, all they do is tap on it. See, there's already, the pictures are already there for them. They tap on it. They all know how to do that, right? And then it starts to play and they open the book. That's the easy shortcut. But you don't have to have your Wi-Fi on, okay? So here's the deal. After you purchase your Audible version of your book, it can be used, you know, the Audible app can be used on the smartphone, computer, tablet, Kindle, and you can use the app on multiple devices, and it syncs across all devices, kind of like the Kindle app. So if you read it, if you're reading a book on your Kindle, your actual Kindle, and then you open the app on your phone, it will sync to, so the different books are synced, the different Audible audio files are synced on the different devices. Now what you're going to do, if you want to use it in your classroom, is you're going to take the device to your classroom. Hopefully your school has paid for it, but that's a whole other issue, and turn off the Wi-Fi. Okay, so you don't need Wi-Fi to use it. So I'm going to actually turn off the Wi-Fi on this iPad and show you. So I just turned off the Wi-Fi, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to open Audible. Okay, so my Wi-Fi has been disabled, but these books have been downloaded to my device. So once you buy one, it'll look, just if you have a Kindle, it's just exactly the same. It'll look kind of grayed out with a little arrow on it. You tap it, and then it becomes full color, okay? And then it's on your device. So now I can tap on.
Written by Anna Dubney.
And I don't have Wi-Fi on. Okay, so they need the book, and there's no Wi-Fi on there. So you can do that in a place, whether that's your home or whatever. I know that's what Jen and I talked about, was she has a device that she'd like to use, but she doesn't have Wi-Fi. So you can do this without the Wi-Fi. Now you also need headphones, of course, because it can get awfully noisy. So lots of options out there. I know a lot of you have concerns about lice in headphones. There are lots of different ways that people handle the headphones in the classrooms. Some classrooms ask parents to send in a pair of headphones for each child, and they keep them in a Ziploc bag. That's one option if your school is not Title I or not federally funded. Another option is if you're going to write a grant for a device or for an Audible subscription or whatever, include headphones in that so that there's always you know, as many headphones as there are devices in your listening center, and then also clean them daily. I know that's kind of, if lice had been a concern when I was a student teacher, that probably would have been one of my jobs, to spray them with alcohol every night, but it wasn't back then. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I got all of those. Okay, and then of course you're gonna have to show the kids what the app icon looks like for Audible. I would probably set that all up for them, but they figure out how to do it really quickly. So that's the shortcut way. Most of the Audible children's books are 99 cents. The enhanced ones where they actually play the video, and I did buy one of those as well. Those are probably double, like $1.99. So totally worth it. Show them how to use it. Another source, if you don't even want to pay the 99 cents, is LibriVox. And they have some public domain audiobooks that you can download. Not a whole lot of selection, and they're usually classics because public domain are very old. So, but Beatrix Potter, they had all of those. That was fun to listen to those. So you could download those as well. So you don't need an Audible subscription unless your school, you know, if your school's going to pay for it, hey, cool, go for that. I think it's like $14 a month or something. So if you think you're going to download a lot of them, that's great. But if you're only going to download maybe, you know, 20 or 30 for the whole year, it's cheaper to just buy them a la carte. Okay. Let's see. Make sure you open, or make sure you buy the Audible books, or try to buy them on your desktop or whatever device you have that is not in the Audible app, because you can't buy them through the app. Oh, does it use data? Somebody asked that. Does listening on my phone or my device use data? If you download it like I did from the cloud to your device and then turn off the Wi-Fi, it's not going to use your data because you're not hooked up to any Wi-Fi. So it's only going to use that data when you download it. So, and then once you're done with it, like, you know, if you don't want it on that device anymore, it will still be in your Amazon or Audible account. You can just delete it off the device if you want. So that is the easy shortcut way, okay, that only costs 99 cents for each book. So if you have like a copy of Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and that's the one I looked for in Audible, and they didn't actually have that one. They had Chicka Chicka 1, 2, 3. But I tried to find like Napping House, Llama Llama, you know, all the biggies, all the top hits. And you can get like the best 10 or 20 books that you know your kids, highly engaging books that you know your kids will listen to, and get those. And then you can have a center like that. So that is the first way. Hey, Rebecca, a new tribe member, welcome. How many can listen at the same time? That's a good question, Tammy. Now, I have a headphone splitter. So you could put, it's a jack that goes into your device, right? Unless you have the newest iPhone, which doesn't have a jack, that's a problem. But there's a little, you know, where the little listening thing goes, where your earbuds go. You stick that in there, and then it has 2 pieces coming out, and you can put 2 headphones in there. Now, some people may have splitters that do more than that. I heard someone say they had a 6 headphone splitter, so you could have 6 books or 6 kids on one device. That would be cool. I haven't seen one of those, but I have one that's a 2 headphone splitter. And those are just a couple of bucks on Amazon, less than $4 or something. I think I paid $3 for my splitter. But that's a good question, Tammy. Thank you. Okay, let me go back up. Tonight's topic is in the description of the video. It says how to create a listening center that won't break the bank. So you have to download the Audible app to each student's device. Then you can use each device without Wi-Fi. Yes, do you have a lot of devices? That's cool. Yes, you would download the Audible app to each device, and then you can use that device after you purchase the books, or the book, and then you download it to the app. Then you can do that, yes. Let's see. Christy says, for those who don't have Wi-Fi in your classroom, if you have it in your building, look for an extender. Yes, an extender or a repeater. It's wonderful. We get Wi-Fi in the back of our building now where we didn't get before. Yes, an extender or a repeater. That's great. Let's see. Audible, A-U-D-I-B-L-E, and Tom has dropped a link for you there. So it's Audible by Amazon. So it's got a little, it's a little orange here. It looks like this. Do you see, can you see it without a glare? There's the orange one there. It says Audible. That's what the icon looks like. And if you just go to the App Store and type in Audible, it will be the first one there. Yep, you don't have to have Wi-Fi, Charla. You can download the app and get the books on the app. And as long as those books are downloaded on the device, then you don't have to have Wi-Fi enabled. So all you need to do is get the app. All right. You don't have to have Wi-Fi in your classroom, Lori. Hi, Angel. Shortcut, says Charlotte. Yep, you got the shortcut. Okay, here's the DIY. Okay, ready? And I'll come back and look at the questions about Audible in a bit. Okay, here is the DIY. Okay, the DIY is a little more work, but it is free. It's not something I sell. I don't think that, I know some people do make these and sell them, but some people make them and give them away. Either way, I wouldn't feel comfortable making and selling these because these use links to things online, and those links could go away at any minute, and then whatever it was that I made, it wouldn't work. So here's how you do it. This is called a QR code. Has anyone ever heard of a QR code before? Okay, so this is how it works. First, you find some free books online. Someone's reading a story to kids, something like that. So the first place that I looked at was storylineonline.net, and Tom is going to share a link with that to you in the comments. And it is It's a site where actors read books. It's kind of like a nonprofit type thing. So storylineonline.net. They don't have a ton of choices for our age group for preschoolers, but they have a few. Okay, and so there's different, like I saw, can't think what actor it was, but I watched an actor read one just a little while ago. So storylineonline.net. You can go there, you can find books so it's like someone is reading aloud to the child. Okay, so then you take that, if you go to Storyline and you find the book, I was looking at Wilford Gordon Partridge McGee by Mem Fox, and they've embedded YouTube videos into those pages. You need to get the YouTube URL. Are you with me so far? I told you it was a DIY. You get the URL of the video on YouTube through that storylineonline.net site, because then you're going to go to safeshare.tv, and Tom will drop a link to that. I'll put all these into a blog post for you because there's a lot of info here. So after you find the video that you want on storylineonline.net, then you take the YouTube URL of that video and you go to safeshare.tv and you paste that URL, that link. The URL is all the gibberish at the top of your screen, www. whatever. Paste that into Safe Share, and you click the little enter button, and now you get a Safe Share link. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate with my phone. Okay, so here's my phone here. So now the kids need a device, right, to scan the QR code. Oh, and I went to qrstuff.com and I put that URL in and I got my QR code and printed it out, okay? Are you with me? Are you still with me? Bueller? So now I've got my phone and I'm going to go to the App Store and get the free QR. The screen is too glary, but QR reader. So I just went to the App Store and I typed in free QR reader and I got a free QR reader. So now the kids still need a device. It definitely doesn't have to be Wi-Fi enabled, but I'm going to open that app and point it at the QR code now. And did you hear that little beep? And now it's going to take me to SafeShare. Do you see that? And now,
Hi, I'm Brad Whitford. Welcome to the Screen Actors Guild Foundation Book Pals.
So do you see how it went?
Had something happen in your...
And it read the QR code and it took the kids right there. So all the kids need to do is open the app, the QR reader app, and point it at the QR code. So what you would do with this is you would cut it around the square there, leave a nice white margin, and then tape it to the inside of the book. So let's say you wanted Wilford Gordon Partridge McGee by Mem Fox to be the book in your listening center. You would cut this QR code out and tape it to the inside of the cover so the children could open the book and scan the QR code. And I'm sure some people are asking what age group could do this. I've seen babies open apps in the grocery cart at the grocery store. I'm pretty sure that almost any age group. Now, I wouldn't advocate putting, a 2-year-old on doing this, but I think that definitely the 4s and definitely the 5s and ups can do it on their own. So you just need to create that free QR code with QR stuff. You need some kind of a video for the kids to watch. So you can find those in many different places. I just used storylineonline.net as an example. The problem with these DIYs is that those links that take you out to the internet could disappear tomorrow. Storylineonline.net could be gone. Or whatever video you link to on YouTube. Half the videos on YouTube are illegal, so they could be taken down tomorrow. So you could do all that work and then none of your QR codes work. So that's just an FYI heads up. Which QR code reader do you like or do you use? I just went, hey Judy, hi. I just went to the App Store and I typed in free QR code that came up. And I don't know if it's because I already have it or not, but the very first one was the one that I used. It's just called QR Reader for iPhone by Tap Media. And I don't know if it came up first because I already have it or if it just came up, but it's free. I don't pay for my apps if I don't have to. So I'm going to take questions now. Charlotte says, pretty sure I'm not tech savvy enough. I'll write it all up in a blog post so that the steps are easy to follow. It really is easy. It sounds like a lot just because I'm talking it out, but I think once you see it written down, it'll be a lot easier. Rochelle says, here's some testimonial. Rochelle says, here's some testimonial from Rochelle. I use QR codes for my listening center. My students love it. Children are so much better than technology than a lot of adults. That's absolutely right. This would be like second nature to them. You know what they don't understand is the fast forward and the rewind on a cassette player or on a mini CD player. That's what they don't get, but they do understand the devices, right, Rochelle? Very techie, says Lori. Yeah, which one did you like, the shortcut or the DIY? The DIY is a lot more work. It's completely free, but I'd rather pay the 99 cents for an Audible book. But that's just me. Maybe I'm lazy. Let's see. Has anyone used Hoopla to download free digital books? I have not, Steph. That sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out. On an Apple device, it's called the Audible app. Yes, Audible by Amazon. Let's see if anyone... Yes, awesome. Okay. Well, I hope that gave you some ideas that you can use in your classroom next year to make your listening center easier, to allow you to breathe, because I know a lot of you are thinking about next year already. But I promise you that I remember when we went to iPods, when we switched to iPods several years ago from the traditional listening center. And we had written a grant for it, and we were all like, oh my gosh, we need to just, how are we going to introduce this to the kids? And oh my, this is going to be a big switch. And we planned out like an introduction, you know, everything that you do with kids, you want to introduce first. So we had an introductory lesson. We were going to do follow-ups. Yeah, waste of my time. The minute I showed them the iPods, they're like, give me that. They already knew how to use those things, those little stinkers. They didn't need any introduction from me. They need introductions to blocks and dramatic play, but they didn't need an introduction to that. Now, they needed some things like, you know, don't take your iPod to the bathroom, please. They needed that. Please don't swing your iPod by the cord around your head like a lasso. They needed that. Don't drag it around behind you like your blankie. They needed that, but they did not need any introduction to how to use it, other than your rules of what you should and shouldn't do when you use it. So Jennifer says, thanks, Vanessa. Now you come spend a week with me. That would be so fun. Maybe it wouldn't be 90 degrees there like it is here today. Okay. I know what I will be doing this summer, says Jennifer. Definitely the shortcut. I know, right? Okay, guys, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. And for those of you who are not members of the tribe, I just want to let you know that we are open for enrollment. I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time. If you were on the waiting list, you should have received priority access this past weekend. And then today we opened to everybody. And it's the response is amazing. Thank you so much. Welcome to all of our new members. We're so happy that you're here. I can't wait to get started with our summer book study. We have new Teaching Tribe t-shirts. They're going to have the same logo for those of you that already have them. I just switched services so that you can get Amazon Prime shipping. The other place took forever to ship, and the shipping wasn't free, and that's just totally not cool with me. So we're switching. We'll have our t-shirts. We'll have our book study. We're going to have our community contests. We're going to have our monthly power hours coming up at the end of this month. So stay tuned if you're a tribe member, and you will receive an email so that you can register for the next power hour. And we just have a lot of, and our next Teaching Tribe meetup will be in July in Grapevine, Texas. So you're going to want to stay tuned to your email. Make sure that whatever email you use to sign up for the tribe is a good one, because we'll be contacting you with details for all of this great stuff very soon. So anyway, Tom will drop a link to Teaching Tribe registration, which is now open for you below if anyone is interested, or anyone's here that's not already a tribe member. All right, guys, stay tuned. Every Monday and Wednesday, I'm here at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, and I hope you have a great evening and a fun time setting up your inexpensive or free listening center. Bye, guys. Thanks a lot.